An interesting guest on the show today, people, and he is KIDDWAYA. Yes. He's a Nigerian UK-raised actor, TV host, social media sensation, entrepreneur, and reality star of the new UK hit series High Life.
Yes, so it's debuted on Channel 4, and of course the Big Brother series. You know, everyone has heard your name in there as well for many different reasons. Kid is striving to produce insightful, inspiring, entertaining content, and at the same time sort of tackle some of the stereotypes that represent today's multicultural community more accurately. Representing Nigeria,
all over the world.
Yes.
Welcome to the show, Kid.
Thanks for having me, guys. Thank you.
All right, so first off, I just saw David and I'm like, oh, how was that experience? Because I know you guys were together last week, touring and having fun.
Yeah.
Talk to us about that experience quickly.
We went to Ghana.
Yeah.
But Ghana, that was actually my first time
in Ghana.
Which is crazy because, like, I've got a lot of fans in Ghana, and I should have went the first time when I did the BBN show. Yeah. But going there was absolutely amazing. As soon as I got there, people came up to me, Kid, we loved you on the show. They're very friendly, beautiful people. And we were only there for one night. Literally one night.
Okay.
Got in there early, flew back the next day. But yes, met up with my good friend David, went out, had fun, you know, met some of our friends out there, and sort of just like a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
Good.
So you know, you can understand how it's sort of hard for us to think, oh, this is your first time going to Ghana, because you know, you come from quite an elaborate background, and you've expressed quite an elaborate lifestyle, which would sort of say, oh, you've had multiple experiences the average young person your age hasn't experienced before. You know, let's talk about what it was like growing up with a father like yours, KIDDWAYA, socialite, businessman. Talk to us about how it was growing up.
I mean, look, my dad made everything easy. I mean, growing up in the surroundings we grew up in, we didn't really know the alternative because you're always protected from the things your parents want to protect you for. So yeah, he made everything easy. You know, the private schools, the holidays, and all those amazing things that come with someone like my father. But I see it as, you know, he's carrying a torchlight. He's going to hand over the torchlight for me, and I'm going to take that torchlight and go further with it, which is what I'm trying to do. You know, but you know, he made things easy, he made us comfortable, but he instilled very good morals. Him and my mother instilled very good morals in me to be able to make the family proud and do good in the world, as opposed to just using all of that and doing the opposite. You know, sleeping around, having fun, and not giving anything good back into
the
society. So.
Yeah.
I mean, you just said it. You had a very easy background, and there were a lot of speculations and a lot of questions as to if he is coming from a well-to-do background, what is he doing in the Big Brother house? This is a reality TV show where there are a lot of people who are looking for the fame, looking for, you know, some way to just, you know, get out there, promote their brands. And here you are, someone from a socialite background. What are you doing in the house? So what compelled you to go into the Big Brother house the first time and even for the second time?
I mean, first of all, we need to change the narrative that the show is for a certain type of people. Otherwise, that's basically saying people like me can't go into the show.
Okay.
And that's exactly preaching against what people don't want to be doing, you know. So it's supposed to be for everyone, it's inclusive. But of course, this is the biggest platform, not only in Nigeria, but in Africa, right? It's got the biggest numbers.
Okay.
Africa has about 1 billion people. Imagine all that. All that numbers. You can go there and promote yourself, go there and promote your business. So me going there, I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted the fame. I wanted the exposure.
Okay.
Because I had a lot of plans for myself and for the people around me. So I knew to do that, the best step to get there was this platform. So that was mission accomplished for the first time over.
Okay.
The second time over, I wanted to promote my businesses.
Okay.
And that's exactly what I went to go and do, my foundation and my personal company. So I think with these things, you need to know exactly what you want to go and achieve before you go there, because some people go there with no plan and they think that, you know what, I'll go there, become famous, I'll sit back and the money will start coming in. That's a big lie, and that's how a lot of them fail. If you think about the ones from the very first Big Brother, or even from 5-6 years ago, how many of them do you still know today? It's actually very difficult to maintain that level of exposure. So you have to go there with a plan. don't go there with the idea of thinking you're going to get famous, get all these followers, and then the money will start rolling in. That's not how it works. So I went there with a plan.
Okay.
We should touch on these businesses and these activities you're doing. You want there to promote your business and your foundation. Which one do you want to talk about first?
We can talk about business.
Okay. Talk to us about that.
So KIDDWAYA & Co. Started. Actually, let me go back a bit.
Okay.
So I actually started this probably in 2010, unofficially. So, you know, growing up around my dad, I had a lot of these powerful men come into the house, you know, whether it's the vice presidents, heads of banks, senate presidents, all these kind of people throughout all industries. And I was very good at relating to them and talking to them and staying in contact and getting their contact details. You know, and I never knew what I would use it for. I just kind of like to relate to these people. And when I became like 18, 19, 20, around that age, I decided that, okay, I've got all these contacts and all these people. Let me try and do something with it. So I set up my company then, which is called Kidd & Fraser.
Okay.
Actually, Fraser was my other business partner. And it was basically about, you know, connecting people and, you know, making those kind of deals. I made so much loss. PR. I made so much loss then. The first couple of years, I didn't make any money at all. I was overly confident, very inexperienced. I basically just stopped for about 8 years until I went on a BBN. After BBN, the first time I went, opened me to a lot of other things like brands, exposure, more celebrities, more friends. Then I knew exactly what to do with these contacts of the people in the high society of Nigeria and these celebrities who have exposure. I connected the two together.
Okay.
Yes. So then when I went about a year after the first BBN, I went to the UK. There's a massive emergence of Afrobeats, which has taken over the world. They now wanted to work with Nigerians, but they didn't have the person in the middle who can actually do the right job. And that's where KIDDWAYA & Co. comes in. We're basically the gap between the rest of the world and Nigeria, you know. So
representing Nigeria all the way.
No, of course. I like to see myself as one of Nigeria's greatest exports.
Oh, great.
You know,
okay. So talking about being one of Nigeria's greatest exports, you currently have a reality TV show, which is High Life. Talk to us about High Life a little bit and what inspired, you know, the reality show. So
High Life is not actually new. It was released in 2021.
Okay.
On Channel 4 with my amazing friend. It's got a great cast. You know, Cuppy's there, Camille is there, Tony Tone is there, Tommy is there, Irene is there, and Chifa. And basically, it's about unapologetic, hardworking, driven British Nigerians excelling in their industries. So that was the first show I did in UK, which then led me to do multiple other shows, but this was on the back end of Big Brother. You know, UK is obviously where I've grown up, Nigeria is where I'm from, so I'm trying to like attack both industries, and that was the first thing I did to sort of get me out into that market. So it's done quite well for me.
Okay, great. Now that we have discussed your business and your foundation, let's go back to the gossip. Because I have gossip.
Let me take some water to wet my mouth.
Yes, because we're about to get to the nitty-gritty of this conversation. All
right.
Thank you very much. So, prior to your eviction from the Big Brother house,
yes,
there were a few comments, or distasteful comments from one of the Big Brother contestants in the house, with Shea Awolowo. I would like to hear your thoughts on it. Secondly, there was also reports about your mom saying that she was going to sue Shea Awolowo for certain comments that he made about you. Let's talk about that, KIDDWAYA.
In that order?
Yes.
Okay, brilliant. So the comments Shea made, for me, I'm totally against it. Of course I am. You know, I could end up having a daughter, and I've got many friends that have daughters. So I believe every man is against that. But it won't be too fair if I talk too much about it, because he's going to have to come out here and defend himself, and he can't do that because he's still in the house. But of course I stand against that, as well as any other decent human being. And I would like to believe he didn't mean what he said, because of course, as you all know, Fraud has just become a father to a beautiful baby girl, and I'm sure if he sees these comments, he's not going to be very happy. So we would like to believe those weren't Shea's intentions, and when he comes out, I'm pretty sure he's going to have a lot of explaining to do, you know. So I want to believe he didn't mean to say those things.
And then,
I'm against it.
Okay.
And then with Shea, first of all, I didn't see it as a threat. I had a lot of drinks that day, and I think he was speaking a lot of like slang that I didn't even understand. So that's why my reaction was more
You were cool about
I
it?
was cool about it.
Yeah.
You know, my only thing going through my head was, Ike's upset. Ike's my guy.
Okay.
Let me go and speak to Ike. So I didn't see it as a threat. And you know, a mother is doing what any mother would do, like trying to protect
her son.
Her son. I haven't spoken to her about it.
Okay.
You know, but she knows she's not gonna take it further than that. You know, what happens in the house should stay in the house. And that's the thing. When you're under so much immense pressure, it's just the nature of the game. You know, so I don't take anything personally, and I'm not gonna, you know, even speak to Shay about that when he comes out the house, because to me it wasn't a thing. It wasn't a big deal.
Okay. What do you think about Shay?
What I think, that was the first time I think I've met him. He's actually a funny guy. We got along quite well in the house. He was quiet, minded his own business. I definitely know he's a loving father and a good family man. We didn't spend so much time together, but from the times we did spend together, we were just making a lot of jokes.
All right.
So I have no bad sort of
Feelings
towards him or anyone in the house. I'm a very loving person. You know.
Okay.
Yeah, we actually feel that. We feel that energy. I actually felt that energy even just watching you on screen. And we honestly, we wish you really well with all your projects and
Thank you
endeavors
so much.
moving on. And of course, as soon as you start some of them, come back, talk to us about it.
Yes,
and we'll be
I'd love
part of
to.
that.
Especially about the foundation, because you
Yes,
have
I'd love
quite
to.
you know, interesting projects there.
Thank you.
But now that we've taken so much from you,
it
is time to whet your appetite.
Yes.
Right, so we have
Food.
in the kitchen. Yes, Chef Kenna has been hard at work making something interesting. I hope you love pasta. So
I love
we're
pasta.
to the kitchen now.
Okay.
All right, hold up. Let's go.
It is your time. Congratulations. You have qualified for the next round. Hello, KIDDWAYA.
Big brother, have you missed me?
It's not just where, but who wouldn't you want to work with?
Yes, that's on that angle.
So Laifa had a very, very interesting.
You wouldn't want to work with who? Not
There's no
disrespect.
judgment.
No, and I
Oh,
respect,
they'll judge you
I
definitely,
respect
but we
this
won't judge
certain
you.
type of people. But what I dislike so much is when they tend to come to work and then they
Welcome to the kitchen, KIDDWAYA. This is Chef Kenna, and this morning he's made for you chicken suya pasta.
Chicken suya pasta. Interesting.
Yes, a lot of love went into that meal, so we'd
I
like
can
you
tell.
to have a taste. Let us
so-
know what you think. Here you go.
Drum roll.
So when you went to Ghana, what did you enjoy the most? What was the food you enjoyed the most?
The funny, I didn't actually eat local food.
Oh.
We were there for one night and they just took us to like really fancy restaurants.
Oh.
So unfortunately I couldn't eat local food, but I just love the energy of the people. They're so very loving and welcoming.
All right. So let us know what you think about the chicken suya pasta. Well done, Kenna. Well done.
I like the spice.
Oh, nice.
There's definitely a kick to it,
All right.
Thank you very much.
which is good. Me, I like creamy pastas, but I also like dry ones. And I think this is like a morning or early afternoon kind of dish as opposed to like a evening heavy one.
Yeah.
So I think the colors are great. And the spices are nice as well.
All right. Thank you so much.
Well done.
Thank
Hold
you.
on, Chef.
Yeah.
It's been a wonderful time on the show. We will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.